What's going on, people, and welcome back to this week's FPL recap for game week 25. And my recap, even though it's still going at the moment, a few games to go because some teams have double game week, for game week 25, a recap update on how that's going currently and my look ahead to game week 26. I do have a little bit of an issue of what I'm going to do with a transfer I have, or whether to play a chip, which I'll get into in a little bit. But so far, I've got 66 points for this game week. 49 is the current average at the moment, so ahead of that by quite a bit. So always happy to be above the average, and that is always my goal every week. Vicario's got me free in the sticks. No, they lost to Wolves. He got me free, so pleased with that. He's not really returned in a lot of the games I've played him, so I get a little bit of a return despite the loss. Van Dijk I put in this week for the double game week. Obviously, I had Trent and had to get him out because he's out now for a while. Only got 2 for the first game for Van Dijk, even though they won 4-1. But I'm expecting him to get me a few more against Luton anyway. So I'm happy with that at the moment. Walker got me 7, 1-1 draw against Chelsea. And if he starts the next game against Brentford, I think he'll get at least that again, hopefully, if not more. So 7 for Walker currently. Both of them are obviously double game weeks, second fixtures to play. Estupiñán was a disappointment this week because he didn't start the game. He only got me a point and only played 9 minutes, so that was disappointing. Ben White got me 6, a 5-0 win away to Burnley, and he only played 68 minutes. Pascal Gross got me 8 in a 5-0 win away to Sheffield United, 2 bonus points, and he got an assist, so Gross has been really good since I brought him in. I captained Foden this week again. He got me 4 against Chelsea. He wasn't hugely involved in that game, much as I would have liked him to been, but 4 is better than nothing. 15 for Saka, and he's my vice this week against Burnley. Scored 2, 3 bonus points, so very happy with Saka. He's been good in recent weeks because he did go through a bit of a lull patch, but last few weeks has been very good again. 15. McGinn got me 1 for Villa. He's not done great since I bought him in. They won 2-1 away to Fulham, but he only got me a point. But he did have to play in a deeper role because Kamara is out injured, so that has definitely played its part in that as well. Watkins got me 13, scored 2 goals obviously, 3 bonus points. Very happy with Watkins. He's not always consistent, so anytime I can get a return out of him, I'm happy. Tony got me 6 and obviously has a second fixture against City coming up. Scored against Liverpool, so happy with my decision to bring him in, even though they have tough fixtures. He's returned already in one of the games, and I said I feel like he would score in at least one of these 2 games, and he has done already. So he's exceeded my expectations already, or met them at least. And I think he could score against City as well. So 6 for him currently, and very happy with my decision to bring him in. On the bench, Neto got 2, Palmer got 2, Porro and Cunha are obviously out with injury, so they didn't get nothing. So overall, happy with how it's going this week. Still have a few players to play second fixtures as well, so hopefully I can get into maybe the 80s this week, and I'll be very happy with that. But happy with it already, to be honest. From my team going into game week 26, my team's in a bit of a mess because Van Dijk has a blank now, which I knew when I brought him in for Trent that they got a blank coming up, so I'm not fussed about getting him out. But then if you look at my bench, I have no bench option. Now, I'm thinking of just doing the change for Van Dijk at the moment and bringing in a defender that's got a fixture for this game week 26 and just having no bench this week, which can be risky, but I feel like I could do that and deal with it as it comes. The only worry for me is I've got Neto in goal against City, and he could end up with minus points depending on how bad that goes against City. So, and obviously I've got no bench, so my head's kind of saying to do a free hit or a wild card, but I don't really want to use them chips yet. And also, I'm not a fan of taking hits, as I've said in other videos. So I could take a -4, take out Van Dijk, take out Neto. But I don't want to take a hit and minus points. So I could play a chip, either the wild card or the free hit. But again, I want to save that for later game weeks. So I think what I'm going to do is just take out Van Dijk. Hopefully Neto has a reasonable game against City, even though they probably will lose. And I'll get like 2 or 3 for him, hopefully. But Neto is a worry for that game. But other than that, I'm I've got to start an 11 if I do that and just take Van Dijk out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I haven't made a decision yet, but I think that's the most likely. For next game week, I can then make at least one transfer to get someone in on the bench if I need to, or take a keeper out if I want to. So I think that's what I'm going to do. As you can see then, as my lineup is for Game Week 26, Van Dijk will be coming out. So I'm going with Neto currently. Van Dijk will come out for Gabriel. Walker will stay. Estupiñán is one that I'm concerned about because he hasn't been playing a ton since I brought him in. But I'm happy to keep him for at least one more game week and then decide what I'm going to do. So he will stay in. White will stay in as well. I'll double up on the Arsenal defence. Gross and Saka will stay. McGinn and Foden will stay. And Tony and Watkins will stay. And I'll just have no bench for this game week. Captaincy I'm going to give to Saka at home to Newcastle. And Vice is on Watkins at the moment. I may change it, but maybe not. I'm pretty confident that's how my team is going to line up, minus Van Dijk out for Gabriel. So that's how I'm doing this game week, guys, and my lineup for game week 26. And let me know what you think I should do in terms of using a chip or taking a hit. I'll be interested to see how your teams are doing and what your thoughts are on what you're doing with your team this week. Any advice would be helpful, but I think I'm just going to take that one transfer and risk it. If you enjoy it, guys, enjoy the football this week, and I'll see you soon.